Hello people YouTube, how are you today? It is me, Abby, and today, oh my god, I miss you guys. I have not been able to film a video in literally like a month now. It has been a long ass time, and I haven't even gotten to play in makeup for since Thanksgiving, and it's currently December 8th or 9th right now. So I need to play in makeup. I have a bunch of new makeup here today. Full face, first impressions, well, most stuff, I do have almost everything, but you get my drift. But I am super happy right now. I haven't gotten to play in makeup in so long that I'm actually doing my makeup for work. That's why. I have to go to work later tonight, and I never do my makeup for work. I don't care. I'm that kind of person that just wants to get out of the door and go. I'll get myself ready, put my hair in a nice tight ponytail, put on my glasses, cute shirt, good pants, my shoes, all that other stuff. But I never like to do my makeup for work because I'm constantly running around. So I do tend to sweat a little bit. So, yeah, but I miss doing makeup so much that I just have to do it, I need to. So, I am very excited to film this video. Let's get started. Full face first impressions. Let's go. Okay, guys, I didn't have anything new for my eyebrows, so I used my normal, NYX pomade that I've been using. I know they do not look good at all right now. Like I said, I have not done my makeup in so long that I've been having trouble, and I just recently also started going back to pomade. And they always tend to look like this, so what I do first is I always go in with a Q-tip to, clean up, the edges to where it looks, the most bad before I go in with a concealer. But I have 3 new concealers to try out for an eye base, and people always tell me, the Pro Conceal concealer from LA Colors is the best concealer for an eye base besides concealer, and then I also heard the ColourPop no filter concealer is the best for an eye base. As well as you guys know, I used to use Tarte Shape Tape so much before, and I recently finally have been able to get it back, and I have not played with it in maybe over 6 months now. So I already know that I like this, so I'm probably not going to use it today. But my problem is, which concealer do I use as an eye base, and what concealer do I use as actually concealing and highlighting? And to go with also our new foundation, which is we're going to be trying out, is the NYX Born to Glow foundation, which we'll get later on to the video because you guys know I always do my eyes and eyebrows first before my base. But I think because of the fact that this is a little bit darker and that foundation I have is a little bit darker, I think I'm going to use this today as an eye base and use this as just my concealer. So I'm going to carve the eyebrows real quick, and then we'll come back to do the eyeshadow, and I'll let you know my opinions so far. Okay guys, I have the concealer on my eyes. I'm not done yet blending it out, obviously. I think you can tell, but I'm liking it so far. It's very, very light, but I do like that on my eyes because the fact that it makes the eyeshadow stand out a little bit more. So I'm not hating how it's looking so far. I actually so far like how it feels. It feels really thick in my opinion. So I don't hate it. I feel like if I wanted to conceal with this though, I'd have to use it with my lightest foundation because it is borderline white. And also the fact that I recently, I realized, hey, I'm actually darker than what I actually think I am because of the whole neck, chest thing. So I've, been leaning more darker foundations. But the fact is, winter is here, and, my tan is slowly but surely going away. So I definitely have to invest more in my lighter foundations right now. So we're going to see how everything works. But I also wanted to let you know I'm using a new sponge today too, which is not one I actually thought I like, but I'm in love with it so far. Actually in love with it. And this is the Paris Hilton Cosmetics face sponge. Let that sink in real quick. Paris Hilton face sponge. You know what? I know. I 100% know. It's weird, but it actually is good. It's good. For our first impressions eyeshadow today, I have the Celestial Thunder palette from Dominique Cosmetics, and I am so happy to have this. I originally wasn't planning on buying it because I've tried a couple of Dominique Cosmetics products before in the past, and it has worked for me very well. I've tried their lip glosses and lipsticks before from friends who have gotten it through BoxyCharm, and I do like it. And I was actually planning one day of maybe trying more in the future, but I got lucky because one of my family members Shannon, you know who you are. She gave this to me because she did not want it, and I could not be more grateful because of the fact that I love this color story in the palette. I think it's really pretty and that can create a cohesive look today. I have already used this once, but I did not use all the shadows. I only used one, which was the Eternal Light when I did my Thanksgiving eyeshadow look, which is on my makeup Instagram. If you have not checked it out, link in the description below. But today I do want to play with more of the colors, and I am planning on playing with more of the colors today. But I am going to go in first with a transition shade from my Jeffree Star Morphe palette, because of the fact that they don't have a light enough transition color in that palette for me. And I do want to give it a fair shot, and I don't want to have like this big streak of dark color. I want it to all blend cohesively. I think that's like my one negative of the palette so far, but I'm going to just go in, put in my transition shade, and then we'll try the palette, so I'll be back right now. Okay, I put on Mr. Diva from the Jeffree Star Morphe palette as my transition shade. It went on nice. You already know I like the palette. I did a review on it. Also link down below if you want to see it. But I'm really excited to try this palette. I think I'm going to first go into Lunar Eclipse. I think I'm going to just stick in the warm like brown tones, and maybe add like the blue or the purple like under my lower lash line. So I am definitely going to go in with Lunar Eclipse first to see how it is. So far, it is very pigmented. I'm barely touching it, and a lot is going on the brush. It is a little powdery, so be wary of that. Powderiness doesn't really bother me too much. It just bothers me if it gets like it fluffs on my eyes, you know. But let's see how it blends. So I'm gonna. Ooh, that is one pigmented little bitch. Also, I've mentioned this so many times, because of the fact that I have these wrinkles on my eyes, I have to like tap the eyeshadow first before I can like go back, forth, because windshield wiper motions don't really work that well for me unless I want a ton of skipping in my eyes. So I have to like tap and pull. Okay, now I'm going to go into Storm Dust on like my outer corner and a little bit in the crease. So far I'm really liking it. I feel like this is a look on its own. If I were to add like a bone color shadow like just right in the center of my lid, that'd be like really cute to go out. But I want to play as much color with as much color as I possibly can, so I am going to go into Storm Dust. And I just got this new Morphe M513 brush, and I've never tried it before, but I'm super excited to try it now. I've been wanting like new brushes lately. I love makeup brushes. It's like my second favorite thing about makeup, because of the fact that you can never go wrong with too many brushes. Like, I'm that kind of person, like I will hoard makeup brushes. I have makeup brushes from years ago that are broken that I just have taped together, just because of the fact that I just can't get rid of them, you know, or go buy a new one. That's how weird I am. That's a little more brown red than what it looks like in the pan. In the pan, it looks like kind of like a much darker version of that orangey, the orange like kind of pumpkin shade. But this one has a little bit more like red and brown, like almost like a brick color. And I do not hate it so far. I really like the point on this brush. It's helping to stay in like my crease because of the fact that, you know, I do have hooded eyes, and my hooded eyes, like if you look right there, you can see there's that little wrinkle of skin that does not like to take it. But like on this side, it's not as bad. There's not really that much of like a wrinkle, like you can see, but it's going on really nicely. Okay, I'm a little like conflicted right now because I have this like matte base done, you know. I'm like, I love how it's looking, but I'm not sure if I want to use Celestial Light again or going with Fireball, because the thing is, I'm not a person like, I don't like dark shimmers that much. They tend not to work on my eye shape for some reason, but I also do want to play with, like I said, as much color in the palette as possible. So I'm thinking about like Fireball or Black Matter, but I kind of don't like that for this kind of eye look I'm going for, and the fact that I'm just going to work today. So I think I'm going to go in with like the Celestial Light again, but like Fireball on like the outer corner, you know. Do that first and then like see what happens. You get my drift. I don't care what shimmer I'm using. I always go in with a setting spray. So I'm going to go in my Milani Make It Last on my Jeffree Star JS11 brush, and I'm going to use that to start putting down Fireball. So I'm a little nervous because, again, like, for me, coppers, I don't know if they work on me. Like, I feel like I don't like copper that much. Every time I've tried to do a copper eye, it just never looks good on me. So, like, well, in my opinion, it doesn't look good on me. So, like, we're going to see how it looks today. Okay, I am having a little bit of trouble with Fireball. I am packing it on, and it's not, like, super shimmery. If you can tell, I'm, like, literally packing it on, and it doesn't look bad in my opinion. It really does not, but it's not what I expected, you know? I don't hate it. I really don't, but I feel like it's not, like, even though like on my finger it doesn't look that shimmery. So, like, I'm gonna try, like, that built up the pigment a little bit. It is getting a little washed out on camera. So I'll do the other eye, and then I'll see how it looks with the Celestial Light. Okay, I have that on my eyes, and I really don't hate it. I honestly don't, but I just don't think it is like the shimmer of for me, because I like very blinding shimmers on my eye, like glitter, like sparkling everywhere, like, because I'm a very dramatic person, but I feel like it's just not giving me enough, you know? Fireball, like, it looks really pretty in the pan, but when it comes off on the finger, it like, if I have to tap it on my eye, it doesn't look bad. Like, it really doesn't, but it doesn't have that oomph I'm looking for. So I am going to go in with Celestial on, this brush doesn't have a name on it. I forgot where I got it. It came like an Ipsy, and I am going to put that on, like, my inner third of my eyelid. So I'm going to, like, pack this brush. Okay, guys, I got it on. This is, like, the best I can get it. Like, I honestly do not know what else I can possibly do. And I've tried adding it more into this eye, and it's not working that well. Like, let's see if I can do it again. Okay, that'll, like, I don't know what I did last time to make it work really well, but this time around, the shadow's not doing it. It looks more like a topper, and this one is not going on a shimmery. I don't know about Black Matters. Maybe we'll use it for, like, the bottom lash line, because you guys know I do, like, my fountain, all the other stuff first, and then I go back to, like, the eyes. But so far, I do not hate the eyeshadow at all. I think it looks very well. The mattes in here, I really like so far. So, hey, that's a plus. So, let's do our face now, and, you know, let's get started. Okay, for foundation today, we have the NYX Professional Makeup Born to Glow foundation, and this is in the shade Nude. I did want to go a little darker because all the other ones that were, like, really light, I could not tell in the store, and I wanted to play it more safe. Because recently, like, if I get lighter shades, I look dead. Like, I cannot make it look good. Like, I tried. Everybody keeps telling me, like, no, that's too light. So I'm like, okay, if I go a little bit darker, we'll see. Like, so far, it looks to be a good match. Like, that doesn't look too bad. Like, it does look a little dark, but we're going to see right now, you know, on camera, how bad it is. We're also going to be going in with this sponge. So far, I really like it. Like, I don't think I'd like a sponge that much. And the funny thing is that I bought an entire pack that came with 9 for $10. So, that's some tea for you. I recommend picking these up. I've never, like I said, I've only tried the Beauty Blender a couple of times, but it wasn't bad, you know? Beauty Blender. It just was not for me. Okay, maybe I got a foundation that was me trying to go dark now went way too dark. We're gonna have to blend down the neck today. So far though, this is looking really nice. Like, right off the back. I am really liking the color. I could have gone, like, one shade lighter because of the fact that on my neck it is weirdly blending in nicely. But on my face, it looks really dark, which is weird. You get my drift? Like, even on camera, you could see it, like, how it kind of blends into my neck really nicely, but on my face, it looks really dark. And that could also be because of the fact that I have that concealer on, but from before, you know, that LA Colors concealer. 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, right off the bat, I'm freaking loving this foundation so far. I'm loving how it's looking. It's looking nice and glowy. It like I always said, it is a little too dark, but I don't mind it. Like, next to my arms, like, my arms are darker than my face. Like, it does match a little bit more. My face is a little more yellow, which I also don't mind because I am very yellow undertoned. But at the same time, I'm feeling really good about this. I'm really liking how this is looking so far. It is more on the full coverage side. There is a little bit of my skin peeking through, which I don't mind. It's just like my pimple and like my mole right here, but like, you know, those will peek out no matter what. But I really like how this feels too. It doesn't feel like a lot. It kind of feels like not like a moisturizer, but it does feel. You can't really feel it. I can't explain it, but it does feel really nice so far. So yeah. For concealer, we have the ColourPop No Filter concealer, and this is in Fair 08, I believe. And I'm a little nervous because of the fact that my foundation is a little more dark, and I got this in Fair, so I had to go with like the darkest one from what I saw, and I picked warmer undertones, so that doesn't look too bad so far. I'm not going to add a lot. We might be going for an extreme highlighted look today. Hey guys, voiceover Abby back. Just wanted to let you know that this concealer freaking blended very nicely. I think you could see on first glance that it looked a little too light for my foundation, but when you blended it in, it blended in super nicely with my foundation. My only complaint so far is that it creased immediately after I had put on the concealer on my under eyes, but you'll see right now what I do to fix it. Oh my fucking god, I love this concealer too so far. Like, look at this. Look at it. I thought it was going to be a little too light, but it actually goes very well with what this, with how this is looking so far. It is already starting to crease a little bit. I think I just need to set it. That's why I haven't set my face yet at all. So I do have to go over it a couple more times. But so far, I am really liking it. I don't hate it at all so far. I really like how it's looking, especially with this foundation. I'm looking nice and glowy, and I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a matte foundation because of the fact that their like no filter foundation has more of a mattifying finish, and I did tell you how much I do like it, and I still like it. It's just I got a shade that was beyond too light for me, so I'm waiting to get a shade that's also a little darker and try it out again to see how much I like it. The stick one, I just feel like it kept slipping and sliding on me. It didn't look bad. It looked good for like the first couple hours, but then it did not go well at all. But so far, I'm not hating this. Before I bake, I actually do want to show you this, but that's how much it's been creasing so far, just me putting it on right now. So that is a little bit of like a for me because of the fact that I do get some creasing, but never this fast before I bake, you know? So I will be back to set my face, and then I'll let you guys know. Okay, now that I have my face all down, I've powdered. I know I look a little too powdery right now. It's because I haven't really wiped off a lot of the powder yet, besides like under my eye, like the powder on my eyes. I just need to wipe my face real quick. I have tried this before, the Gigi Gorgeous Butter and Bronzer. I did not like it too much because of the fact that I felt like it's a little too sheer, and I can only use this one right here is way too cool tone for me, so I know to leave a cast, especially with this very warm foundation. And I felt like by the way, I hate that sound. I felt like I had trouble with this one because I couldn't build up the opacity. But I am going to try it again today for this full facial person because I only tried it that one time in the video, and I don't remember what video it is. If I remember, it's going to be linked down below too, because I know I did try it in a video. But like this shade right here is just like way too cool tone for me, and it doesn't even show up that well. Like, look, I'm going to go into the warmer side, and I'm going to dig. Like, see, I'm rubbing my finger in there. I have a shit ton on my finger. Okay, that's much better than the other one. But like, I feel like it's not as good. It was very like overhyped because this is an Ipsy product. But again, I'm gonna use it to like contour, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna use my Hoola or my all-time favorite. But I'm probably gonna just use my all-time favorite, you know, because that's just my. Be right back. How's everybody been doing? I haven't asked that yet. I've been mainly like doing this kind of like tutorial style with my full face of first impressions. But I want to know how everybody's doing. I really like. I have not filmed in so long. I haven't gotten to wear makeup in so long that I feel super weird. Like, I don't feel like myself. Okay, I like this brush a lot. That is showing up much better than it did last time. And I was using like a packer brush. What? Am I just doing this wrong, or did it not go with my foundation? Because I'm being serious. When I tried this out, I had to like dig. And I'm just like tapping, and I do have to still build up a little more. But I'm not hating this. That looks pretty good, so yeah. I have not gone to film in so long. Like, the last video I filmed was my James Charles X Morphe video. And the video you saw last week, I had filmed that back in October. Like, like, it was like a couple days after my birthday or before my birthday. I cannot really remember that well, but I was sick, and I know I could not. No, it was before my birthday, because of the fact that I had just gotten better a couple days before my birthday. I was sick. I could not talk at all. It was one of the worst times ever, because of the fact that not only could I not talk, I had 2 ear infections, and also the fact that I just could not sleep. Like, no matter what I did, I was coughing. And I know my dad had got me sick, because my dad was sick for like 3 months. Not even joking. Like, he could not talk. He was coughing. He had trouble sleeping. Like, I felt so bad. But it happened to me too, because I'm like, thanks for getting me sick. I don't like being sick. I try to avoid it as much as possible. But it happens, to the best of us. And the worst part is, I had family members who thought I was faking when I could not talk. I'm like, no, I cannot talk. Like, I'm talking and it hurts. Like, the only one who truly believed me was like my grandma. And every time I was trying to like talk, I was like, like doing like trying to clear my throat. And guess what? I could not clear my throat. Okay. I'm really liking. I don't think I'm gonna use my bronzer today, because I'm kind of liking this like look at like this like. I don't know what you call it. Like, it is bronze, but it's not like sculpted. I'm not doing like something super sculpted. So, yeah. But when I filmed that ASMR video, I was already planning on doing an ASMR video because I missed it. Like, the last one I filmed, I had a lot of fun doing it, the one before, and I think that was like back in like April maybe I filmed it. I cannot really remember that well. But my editing skills, I feel like, have gotten a lot better, because I just recently learned this new trick that my friend taught me, because I did not know for the life of me how to put pictures in like the video. Like, for example, this is a picture of a cat. Put a picture of a cat, Abby. Or this is a picture of my cat. Put a picture of your cat, Abby. But now I know how to do that thanks to one of my friends, and I've been like just trying so hard, and I bought this new setup too that I'm still trying to figure out, because I am having a little bit of trouble with it. But I'm just trying so hard. I don't know how to explain. I'm just super happy right now. Slowly but surely I am getting better at this whole thing. But with the ASMR video, I really wanted to focus on like just dry sounds. And I know most people, if they like ASMR, they get the tingles from like those kind of sounds, kind of deal, like tapping, dry. And I wanted to like go to like the bigger audience. Maybe I don't hate this. I want to try this one with like one of my cooler tone foundations if I'm doing like a super like not gothic look, but like gothic inspired look. I really want to try that, but I just know like if I put it on right now, it's gonna look way too dark, and I'm gonna have like this gray cast, and I'm not in the mood for it. I'm really liking this brush though. It is more on the flimsy side. I did get it from Beals, but it's super soft and it works super good. I just need some super glue, I'm one of those cheap bitches. Like, I will buy cheap ass brushes. Like, you see, like, it's all loosey goosey, but I can fix it up real easily with some super glue, with some glue gun, and if it's soft, I will use it. I don't care, A good brush is a good brush. I really want to try the Paris Hilton brush. Paris Hilton brushes. Like, everybody keeps telling me about her makeup, and I've always wanted to try it because of the fact that I watched that one James Charles video, and he was trying the sponge, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try the sponge. I always see it at my work, so maybe I'll buy it and I get it. And I bought it, and you know what? Guess what? It works really well. It works beyond well. Better than my expectations could expect. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, especially coming from me, but I'm not gonna go in with my bronzer and do like my super big like bronzy cheeks that I usually do. I don't know why. I'm really liking how this is looking by itself so far. And maybe if I need it, I'll go in with it. Because, you know me, I really like my bronzer. But, I don't know. I'm liking how this is looking because my face is, like, kind of subtle in a way. But at the same time, there is still some defining features. I am going to wipe off my bake, though, right now because of the fact that I am just dying. The powder came off a little too easily. Okay, I'm going to check real quick. There is a little patchiness right here. I'm going to look in the mirror real quick. I'm going to see if I can point you towards it. But it doesn't look like it's from the concealer. I do have spots of my skin that just don't take makeup very well. And that is one of the spots. And sometimes I can cover it up a little better. Sometimes with like other concealers and foundations and all this stuff. Especially if I like pack it on. So I don't know because of the fact that I am trying a bunch of new products if it is like, you know, the concealer or me, because of the fact that especially like right here and a little bit under my eyes, I do have some parts that just don't like to take makeup. And it is frustrating, you know, sometimes, but it's life and yeah, you know, you just gotta deal with it. I have a ton of Profusion blushes right now. All of them I got from Beals, which is kind of weird, you know, a little weird to me. Because I don't know anybody who goes in Beals, and I only go into Beals if I'm like early to work and I have some time to kill. So I'm not sure which one. I think I'm gonna go in with this one because I feel like because the face is kind of like neutral, we're gonna stick to like that neutral-esque route. So I think I'm gonna go in with this one and go in with one of these guys. I think I'm going to go into Playful and a little bit of Alive because I do like that shimmery like blush look. A lot of people don't like shimmery blushes. I tend to love them. So I am going to go on my blush brush. This is like a brush from like no brand, I don't know, and it's called Powder Brush. But I don't like it as a powder brush. I like it as a blush brush. So we are going to go into a little bit of Playful, and I'm going to put that, I always put one blush on first before another one. And I already know Profusion blushes. I have a couple of them. This one, they are very powdery, but they also are very pigmented, so I know I'm tapping into a lot, but watch. Like, it is super powdery, but a lot kicks off, too. And that's just what you gotta do, so. Now I'm gonna go into a little bit of Alive, because Alive is a teeny bit darker, and I'm just gonna keep this on the apples of the cheek. So I'm gonna tap it, tap out, and I'm just gonna, like, see, it is a little more dark. I am just going to keep it on the apples and pull a little bit towards the direction because I do have larger cheekbones, and the thing is, I do like to enhance them. I don't care. They are beautiful. I like my unnaturally large cheekbones. I have this highlight palette from Revolution Makeup that I've been really wanting to try. They're like baked formulas, and they also have like blush toppers in here. And I really want to, I have swatched a couple of them, but I haven't really gotten to play. And a couple of them have been really good, like Bird, but some of them have been not the best, like these ones, like Lint and Whistle. So I'm kind of curious to like see how everything goes. And I am going to use this as a highlight. I think I'm going to use a little bit Sweet and Pearl. So like, let's go in with Sweet first. It is very like, you do not need a lot, so. Yeah, it definitely comes off more pink, which is not what I was looking for. You know, like, it just happens if you play with new makeup. In the pan, it looks a little bit more, like, champagne-y, if that makes sense. It does look like it has a little bit, like, a pink, but it comes off way more pink than what you would expect. So it's not my favorite. I just don't feel like it goes with this look, because this look is super, like, orangey, warm brown and not pink, so that's why I am gonna go in with Pearl on top of it to like deal with that. But I am gonna just, you know, if you make a mistake to one side, you gotta do it to both. So we're gonna go into Pearl. Pearl might be a little bit better. They do have a lot of kickback though. So like, you see that? So I think this one's gonna. Yeah, this one's much better. Ooh, I like that. I feel like it does bring out a little bit of my texture, which is not something I do like. People get insecure about that. I'm insecure about that. Okay. So far, I feel like we're looking really good. I am liking how I am looking so far. I do not like my eyes, though, right now. No, like, take that back. I like my eyes, but I feel like it's just not what I was originally going for, because I thought that a coppery shade would come out more, but it's now looking more like the, just like the normal orange we put on my eye with a little bit of shimmer. And the, Celestial Light, I think it's called, color is already fading off, but we are going to go back into the palette right now and do my under eyes, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to just go in with Lunar Eclipse, the orange shade we used before, with my J12 brush, and I'm going to tap something bad was bound to happen in this video. Something bad was bound to happen. And of course it had to be one of my favorite brushes that just popped off. I can fix it. I'm gonna fix it. It's just great. That makes me so happy to know. But what I was gonna say is, because now I'm gonna have to hold the tip of this brush until I can get it fixed, is that we are gonna go back, because I dropped the brush and I wiped it off because I don't trust myself using something off the floor. So we're gonna go back into this shade, tap it, and then tap it off, and then we're gonna go under my eye right now. I don't have any new mascara, so I'm just gonna go in my normal Lashcraft Length Plus Volume mascara from Sephora, and then we'll go to the lips in setting spray. That's like the last of it. But I also want to mention, I want to know, do you guys want to see me do a video on, a full face of, Paris Hilton makeup? Because the sponge alone is making me want to try new products, because this sponge, it's literally like a Beauty Blender dupe. And I really like how it feels, and it's, really nice and bouncy, and it did a very good job applying my makeup today. And I've been really wanting to try out new stuff, new makeup. And I see a lot of Paris Hilton makeup kind of everywhere I go right now, so I've been wanting to try a little bit more. It's something I'm curious. Do you guys want to see it? Just let me know. Comments down below, please. Last thing, I have this ColourPop liquid lipstick in Beeper. I've been really wanting to try out more ColourPop lately, because ever since I did my anti-haul video, I still stand by what I say. Of course, it's only been a couple weeks since I filmed that video. I stand by everything. I feel like they're coming out with way too much stuff, way too fast. It's getting all under the rug. Some of the stuff, I'm like, oh wait, that came out 2 months ago. It sounds new. But I really wanted to try more of their liquid lips, because I have one in this color that I really like. But I don't know what name it is, and I couldn't find it, and I thought it was Beeper. So I decided to get it, realized it's not Beeper, but, the hunt is still on the loose. But, the hunt for this color, if you guys know what color this is, because this is, a very old ColourPop lipstick that my family had, and I cannot read the numbers at the bottom, and the camera is not picking it up. Pick it up. If you can read any of that out, I'm sorry, I'm trying really hard right now. Please let me know, because I really like the shade in it. It's still pretty full. It's still, kind of new. But it's just, getting old. It's, starting to dry a little bit more. And it kind of, doesn't feel as good. And I know how ColourPop liquid lipsticks are supposed to be, because I've had them before. But I also want to try this shade. So, this is something new for the first impressions. I've never tried this shade. And I think it'll go pretty well with the eye. Hopefully. So we'll see right now. By the way, I know my mascara looks like shit. This eye is really good with mascara. This eye is fucking shit. This is my bad eye, my bad side. Everything bad is on this side. And this side is oh, pretty good. I don't understand what's wrong with my body. Because when it comes to contour, it always gets skipped right here. On my eyeshadow, we have my scar, and it always skips right there. My mascara, I don't understand what's wrong with this side. Yeah, it's gonna do. So let's put a lipstick on. Okay, I'm gonna set my face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. But this is not the end of the video. Because of the fact that we have foundation and concealers, we're going to see how all of this lasts today. You know, from me going to work. I'm not going to do too many check-ins today because I know this video is probably already super freaking long, knowing me and how I film. So I'm only going to do like 2 or 3 check-ins. So, yeah. Let's set and forget. Hey guys, I am currently at work right now. I'm in the break room. Check in on the makeup. It's doing perfectly fine, nothing wrong with it. No creasing in the eyes. Eyeshadow's looking great. Lipstick is staying on pretty well. Foundation I'm in love with. Highlight is still kind of exaggerating texture, which is not my thing, but everything is looking pretty good. I'll get back to you right now. Hey guys, I just got off work right now. I didn't have time to do another check-in because when I was on break, I had a lot of coworkers in the room and I was way too awkward to try and deal with that. So I waited until after work. I just got home right now, literally just walked through the door. Let's see how this makeup is doing. Let's get in the light, you know, show everything. I did wipe some off my chin, but that was me because of the fact that at work, for some reason, I sneeze a lot. So I'm like, and I like wipe my chin and but in other words, it is holding up very nicely, this foundation. I actually am really liking it. Like, I'm looking at myself in my mirror right here, like, hi, just to check everything out. But the eyeshadow, though, was kind of a flop because the mattes, don't get me wrong, they stayed put really well. But, like, the shimmer's, like, almost gone. Like, it's, like, nothing. But even though my coworkers were like, oh, my God, you still look good. I'm like, no, it's, like, gone. I do have a little bit of creasing under my eyes, but not enough to where you would really notice. And it's also like 9:15 right now at night, so I've had my makeup on for about 9.5 hours. I started doing my makeup around 11, so for 9.5 hours, it's holding up pretty well. This lipstick, though, I love ColourPop lipsticks, but I have to put a gloss on it, and because I didn't put a gloss on today, my lips feel fucking drier than the Sahara Desert. So, yeah. Everything else, though, looking good, besides the little bit of cakiness that I have around my nose, but that happens every single time I do my makeup, so, yeah. I think I picked actually a really good color match because everybody was like, that's like the perfect color on you, because I have friends at my work and they were like, what color is that? I like that. What foundation are you using? So, yeah, I'll see you guys when I do my last checkup. Hey guys, okay, it is almost like 11:30 and I ended up falling asleep on the couch and I took my lip off because I ate dinner too, but this is gonna be like the last check-in for everything. It doesn't look bad. I just look like I'm like very dewy right now. There's obviously some residue for me taking off my lipstick on my mouth and my chin, but it has also been a couple, you know, it's been a long day. I've had it on since like 11:30 and it's 11:30 at night. Like, you know, it's been about 12 hours, okay? I'm tired, I'm going crazy, but let's get through all the products. Foundation, love it, gonna use it again. It's amazing. You know, if it's looking this good after 12 hours, you know, like, girl, I need to wear it more often. The concealers, I really like this as an eye base. It worked really good. Eyeshadow stuck perfectly. I blended it out fine. I am going to be using it again, especially if I'm going to be doing brighter, colorful looks. The ColourPop concealer, there's a little bit of creasing, but not a lot. Like, again, it's been 12 hours. I would definitely use it again. I want to try it as an eye base, though, because I'm very curious to see how that would work. I want to see how that would work with my, my face, you know, and see if it, like, it's tacky. Everybody likes the ColourPop concealer as a tacky base, and I don't understand why. And also, I'm sorry for people watching this right now if I'm, like, moving the camera like this a lot, because I'm holding my phone. I don't want to set it up right now, you know, where my, setup is right there. I'm tired, you know. I want to go to bed right now. The Celestial Thunder palette from Dominique Cosmetics, I really do like. I really love the mattes. They look really good on my eye still. Like, they've lasted a good amount of time. They haven't really faded that much, besides on this eye. But the shimmers in there, I don't like. I'm sorry, Dominique Dominique. You know, I really do like your palette. It's really good, but the shimmers are no bueno. I don't like it. They don't show up. Like, see, like there, it's almost like it's like there's barely anything there. But that's life. The blush, love it. It works the same as any other Profusion blush that I've tried before. I really do like it. Gigi Gorgeous contour bronzer works pretty good. Has faded a good amount though, so you know it needs to, like, it's not my favorite, but it does work. So yeah, this Revolution Makeup Pro HD Amplified palette, not bad. I do like it. Some of the shades though are very hit or miss. Like some of them, you know, are blinding. Like this one right here that I use, Pearl was really good. But then other ones like the red and stuff are like, it has a lot of color pigment, but it doesn't have a lot of shimmer. So it's like, you know, not my cup of tea. But and lastly, the ColourPop liquid lipstick. You know, I love ColourPop liquid lipsticks. I feel like they are a little too dry for me. That's why I always, if I wear one, I tend to, you know, wear it with a gloss, but not this time around. But it did wear pretty well. It wore all day. I didn't really have to touch up that much. My lips feel fine right now. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me, you know, full face, first impressions, giving you also a review on new makeup, and, you know, I hope you got some stuff out of it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Remember to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're not already, why not? What are you doing with your life? Have a great day. Well, I should say, have a great night. Bye, guys.